Premier, Commanding Officer, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome. Today, the Bermuda Post Office commemorates the Bermuda Regiment's 50 years of service to the island and people of Bermuda with the issue of 5 new Bermuda postage stamps depicting the rules and traditions of our regiment. Since its inception, the Bermuda Post Office Philatelic Bureau has designed many extraordinary stamps depicting the treasured aspects of Bermuda's culture and heritage. And the designs within this historic Bermuda Regiment 50th anniversary stamp issue are no exception. The 5 stamps pay homage to both the modern day rules and highly valued traditions of the regiment, showing 1. The Bermuda Regiment's contribution to our island's security through disaster preparedness and maritime operations, and 2. The Bermuda Regiment's rich history, traditions, and contribution to the Bermuda community at large through the colors of the Bermuda Regiment, the talents of the band and corps drums, and participation in a wide variety of ceremonial duties. I congratulate the past and current serving members of the Bermuda Regiment and recognize their valuable contribution over 50 years. I am grateful to the members of the Bermuda Post Office Stamp Design Advisory Committee and Mr. Stanley Taylor, Bermuda Post Office Philatelic Bureau Coordinator. Finally, thank you to the members of the Bermuda Regiment 50th Anniversary Committee for conceiving the idea and providing research and support. It is now my pleasure to welcome His Excellency the Governor to say a few words.
Thank you, Postmaster General, Premier, Honorary Colonel, Commanding Officer, newly arrived Chair of the Defence Board, welcome. 2 things completely unrelated happened 50 years ago and come to my mind today. One of infinitesimal importance to anyone except me is that as a child I began collecting first aid covers. The other of very much greater importance was the formation of the Bermuda Regiment from the amalgamation of the Bermuda Militia Artillery and the Bermuda Rifles. I could never have dreamed that 50 years on I would attend the launch of a first aid cover of any kind. Even less could I have imagined that it would celebrate the creation of an institution which, though I joined it slightly oddly as a Commander-in-Chief, very good rank come in as already, I have come to very much admire, respect and feel part of it. I'm delighted to see the regiment recognised with this special stamp issue. 50 years is a long time. And of course the regiment's traditions and memories go back much further, for around 120 years in the histories of its predecessor regiments. The regiment remains a valuable, relevant and appreciated institution 50 years on from its formation. I'm grateful to all in the regiment and formerly of the regiment for their service, past and present. I'd also like to welcome at least 2 people who served in the regiment's distinguished predecessor unit. The Honorary Colonel of the Bermuda Regiment, Colonel Eugene Rayner, was in the Bermuda Militia Artillery, and Mr. Douglas Roberts, who served in the Bermuda Rifles. Both served through amalgamation. I'd also particularly like to thank Private Fudler, regimental number 11817, who's the newest recruit to the regiment and who's with us today. Welcome. It does remain startling to me that despite joint military training and combined parades, it wasn't until 1965 that the BMA and the Bermuda Rifles, until then organised on a segregated basis, came together to form the Bermuda Regiment. To its enormous credit, it then became more than just a formal acknowledgement of the overdue process of desegregation. It was one of the most genuine builders of real personal relations across the rights and divides, and played an important part in the social rebuilding that followed desegregation. We should celebrate this history together and do so properly. We celebrate not just that camaraderie and relationship building for its own sake, important though that is, but also the real practical work that the regiment has done and continues to do for the betterment of this island. I welcome this event, one of the first formal events in the 50th anniversary programme. And in the presence of the Director of the Music, I can say I particularly welcome this event. It's the first one that hasn't required me to sing. And you'd probably be grateful for that too. I'm grateful to the Post Office for making this stamp issue happen. And I like the idea that the news and the celebration of the Bermuda Regiment's 50th birthday will now be carried on mail all round Bermuda and all round the world. Thank you.
Having been established, I'm also delighted to have the opportunity to attend this press conference today in the middle of the city of Hamilton. Your Excellency, it seems that quite often when we get together, the subject of singing comes up, and I'm glad that you brought it up today and I didn't have to remark on your dulcet tone. But this is a very special occasion. Anytime you have the opportunity to recognize 50 years of service, and 50 years of service by the Bermuda Regiment to the community, I'm delighted to be part of this. As a Minister of National Security, I have the pleasure of working with the Bermuda Regiment quite often, just as recently as during Hurricanes Faye and Gonzalo. Once again, the critical importance of the service that the regiment has to our community came to the forefront with the ease of operation that was demonstrated by your team. Commanding Officer, I was comforted to be co-chair with the Commissioner of Police and to have the opportunity to serve with you. And once again, it was witnessed at a critical level of what the regiment can do for our community and will continue to do for our community. So in this year 2015, as we get ready to celebrate the 50th with captains later this year, I think it is important to focus in on past history of the regiment, the strength and what it has meant to the community, and what it will continue to mean to our community going forward. So congratulations and thank you. As a Minister of National Security, the Post Office now falls under our remit of national security. So Postmaster General, thank you to you for your leadership. Just like the regiment, the Post Office faces some critical challenges, and these type of developments that we do together show clearly that we can work together, we can be successful, and we can do things that the community will appreciate. And this stamp offering today, showing the roles and the traditions of the regiment, can highlight the importance of how we can work together as a community. I, for one, have always been very supportive of the Post Office releases through the years, because, sir, like you, my grandfather was very keen on every release and collected every release. So I look forward to seeing this release today and on how we can continue to show Bermuda at its best. So congratulations to all of those involved. Thank you for your leadership of the regiment this year, sir, and thank you for the leadership of the regiment over 50 years. With that leadership, you'll continue to expand and fill the role that's required. And Postmaster General, thank you to you for your leadership in these tough times. We look forward to working with you. Thank you very much.
Anniversary falls on the 1st of September 2015, and we have a packed series of events throughout the year, all with the theme of reunion. Amongst which the public, visitors, former and serving members of the regiment can look forward to a trooping of the colour, 2 freedom parades, and our signature event, the Bermuda Tattoo, to be held in October at the historic keep of the Royal Naval Dockyard. I am delighted by the cross-section of regimental life encapsulated in the stamp issue. It reflects a modern regiment which is rightly proud of its traditions and ready to serve across a variety of roles. A regiment which has been operationally embodied on average at least every 3 years during its 50-year history, and most recently in October when over 2,140 man days were dedicated to hurricane and disaster relief. And a regiment which each and every year provides valuable support to the Bermuda Police Service and the other emergency services, both on land and on water, as well as promoting Bermuda at home and abroad through its state ceremonial role. These initiatives don't just happen though, and on behalf of the regiment, I would like to publicly thank the Postmaster General, Major Retired Wayne Smith, Mr. Stanley Taylor and the Stamp Design Advisory Committee, Major Retired Stephen Caton, and the members of the Bermuda Regiment 50th Anniversary Committee for all their efforts in bringing this stamp issue to fruition. Finally, I would like to thank the men and women with whom I serve and have the privilege to command, for their service and their dedication, especially during this, our special and busy anniversary year. Thank you.
Day cover launch. I encourage the public to purchase this special issue as a keepsake of the anniversary year, especially as a gift for those who serve or have served before. Today's stamp issue is but one part of a very long year of celebrations, and we will mark the historic and significant role the regiment has played in our community. As the CO mentioned, while it's a busy year remaining, I encourage everyone to visit our website and find out what we have remaining for this busy year and the many activities and events which will help us celebrate this historic occasion. The public is next invited to join their regiment at the upcoming peppercorn ceremony and Freedom of the Town parade in St. George's. This takes place this coming Wednesday, the 22nd of April, starting at 10:30 a.m. The formalities having been established, I now invite everyone to move westward on Church Street as we unveil the refreshed panels